I'm gonna get it serious on introduce.
One word that could be used to describe this fucking podcast. It's not serious.
That is very true. Anyway, let me introduce this show.
Hone confirmed.
Actually, yes. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Yellowface podcast.
It finally happened.
Oh, I know you're all chomping at the bit to hear our lovely
I love
voices
the
again.
fact that already the memes are surfacing of Sinnoh confirmed.
Yeah,
Are you fucking for real? Pokemon community.
I know they
What's
they
wrong
didn't
with you?
even give it a month or a couple of
No.
months.
It was
We
like
hit-
the day after.
Yeah, we got Chris, Lawrence, and Matt here for another week of news.
Hello.
News.
News. Boo boo.
So
Done that on
let's.
the podcast before, right?
It's not going to sound obnoxious at all.
No.
Totally fine.
Now it's in whatever the third version of stereo is.
Yeah, dude.
I mean 7.1.
Ultra stereo.
3
In Connecticut. So let's carry on with that train of thought. We have news for you, and the first bit of news is that Hone confirmed.
It is.
Hone confirmed, guys.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
pretty freaking happy.
to be honest, when I first saw that trailer for Omega Red and Alpha Sapphire, they released it.
And the end.
Yeah, I saw that. I was kind of like, someone's supposed to be joking, and because I saw it on like Funny Junk, or Meme
Right.
Base, I was like, no, that's not right. And I clicked through onto the channel. I was like, wait, this is the official Pokemon. Whoa! I just had like a big Inception moment in my head. Like, yes, this is actually a thing.
Yeah, I've been
Guys.
playing through Emerald on my tablet. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's
just remembering it.
it's looking pretty sweet.
Good times.
I mean, I just want to do contests again. I'm just so hyped to do contests.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my my Aggron, which I had from Aggron, the third evolution of Aeron.
Yeah.
Aeron, Laron, Aggron. I had that, and that was my tough and cool contest winner straight. And I'm bringing that guy forward. He's in Pokemon Bank now, and I have to pay for him to get him back. But he's like in the bank.
We've got your aggro. Give us £3.
Yeah, it is holding
Handsome
ground.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
He's got like fishing wire around his neck. Help me,
Oh.
Lawrence!
Yeah, and then so yeah, I'm gonna get him back and go through contests and just like totally wreck.
Yeah.
Because I hope he can actually like do competitions against actual people now.
Yeah.
Because that would
Fucking
be cool.
remember all those many times I put Feebas through those beauty competitions, all to get the Milotic.
You will be the most pretty thing ever.
And
It will be
then
pretty.
like in what was it, Black and White? They just fucking just trade it with the Prism scale. You're fine.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
well,
I did like the whole
cool.
type cool beauty, that kind of typing system.
Yeah,
That was really interesting.
and what was it? Was that Pokeblocks generation?
Yeah, that's Pokeblocks. That was before Puffins.
Are you feeding
These Puffins.
I need nourishment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
You saw that it was in 3D, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've
Well,
Chris was saying it's,
yeah,
we
we
were
were-
hoping it was going to be sprites again.
How do you feel about it, and what graphic style would you prefer?
I mean, it would be nostalgic to go with sprites, but I think they.
Nostalgic in the sense that just one generation ago.
Yeah, actually, yeah. You think about it.
It's not that far.
It's not that far.
away,
It's not that far off, but it's way the.
I would like a
graphics that
middle
they-
ground, like sort of maybe if the battles were in 3D, but the
I mean,
the main overlay game was in sprites or something.
I
That might be
mean,
cool.
I'm not too fussed, really. I mean, like, it would be cool to have it in sprites, but I think the way they have designed the games now, it's going to be more 3D based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking more
They're not
about
gonna
it.
go back
and
now.
No,
yeah,
it's
too big of a
it's a step
back.
backwards, and they're moving forward now. They don't
Like
want to do
they've
that.
spent a lot of time making the 3D models for every single.
Yeah,
Pokemon.
they're not.
So they're
going
not
to.
going to step back now,
Yeah.
which is a shame. But
I mean, if
yeah,
they
it's
can
fine.
kind of manage to do a way to make it reminiscent while still using the 3D, I mean,
Yeah, like a
possibly.
texture pack kind of thing.
Kind of. I mean, I don't know. It would be a tough one to do, but if you were going to go back to that whole
Baby, come back.
pixel art style.
Yeah. I'm against the whole idea of not of texture packs, but if they made me pay for it, then I would be annoyed. Because I'm against the idea
It
of
depends
DLC
how
for
much.
Pokemon. Like with that fucking Diancie bullshit.
What was even the answer?
Oh, it's in a movie, but you can get it when it comes out in movie theaters. I live in the UK, you cunt.
I know you're running out of batteries.
Are you for real right now, bro?
Hey, shut
Have
up.
you learned nothing?
My phone's on vibrate, but that message always comes through. Anyway,
It's a good thing we can cut that out now.
yep.
Maybe.
What was Pokemon? What was my train of thought? Pokemon graphics. No, they will always did things that you can get on movies for Pokemon anyway.
Yeah, like cards.
Cards
And then you could get them
and-
in the game. That was
And
pretty
then
cool.
you can
I like
do.
that.
There was always like that kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
So I mean,
It's the fact that like they can,
because I'm pretty sure
you
you
can find data in the game of Diancie, Volcarona, and the other one that I can't bother to name. And like they're just not out yet. And they're like, oh no, they've got enough new Pokemon as it is. Let's make them wait for a bit.
I'm pretty sure that they didn't give you
No.
Arceus from the get go anyway. Like you had to see it in
Yeah,
the movie in
but
Japan.
there were shitloads of new Pokemon in Diamond and Pearl, or at least it felt like there were. Whereas
Yeah.
in this one,
There was a
name all the legend. I probably count all the legendary Pokemon you can catch in
X and Y.
Kalos on my two hands. Like what?
Xerneas,
Xerneas,
Yveltal,
Zygarde.
God.
Um,
Yeah, they didn't have any
the
three roamings.
birds.
They didn't have their own three roamings for this generation. I mean, they I think this is one of the things that they missed, because I know with Diamond, was it Black and White that had Heatran, or was it Diamond and Pearl?
No, what?
Which had Heatran?
No, it was Diamond and Pearl, Platinum.
Yeah, I literally stumbled upon Heatran.
Mm.
I was literally just going through a cave. I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that fucking trail was badass, so I love that island. You can fight all
Yeah.
the gym leaders because they all go to one bar.
Yeah, boy.
Cool.
Yeah, that was a really cool thing. And then the thing with Black and White, it was what were the legendaries for Black and White now? Reshiram, Zekrom, Kyurem,
3 deers.
the Musketeers.
Musketeers.
Musket.
And down goes your volume.
And then I'm sure you had like other like lower down pseudo legendaries as well. But yeah,
Thunderous, Landorus.
Didn't you have the bird? Yeah, didn't you have the bird?
Thunderous Landorus, the Oruses, whatever they were called, Thunderous Landorus, and there was another one.
Tornadus.
Yeah, the three dudes that are like freaking, I don't know what, like. Ugh.
There were Jins.
Yeah, that's it.
Jins.
Jins. That's what where my brain went with that.
So in the trailer they said a whole new world or something.
People have been fucking biting their head off for that.
Yeah, what do you think it is? Like, do you think it'll be an updated story, or that they'll change it, or that it'll be just a straight sort of money grab kind of?
I think it's just gonna be the same kind of thing as
Oh,
Soul Silver.
yeah,
and
I was
Soul
gonna
Silver
say
and
that.
It probably
Fire Red.
will, but I think it'd be cool if they had the same characters in the same world, but sort of like,
Aged them a bit.
yeah, sort of like a Black 2 kind of thing.
I, mean,
Like,
I think it
That
would
would be
be cool if it
interesting.
was a different character in the same world.
Yeah, so you're not just May or
Because like
Brandon.
with the whole, if you played as the same character thing, you have the whole problem of where did all
Where your
where did all
Pokemon
my
go?
Pokemon go?
yeah.
Yeah. If you actually say if you meet Brandon or May along your travels, that would be cool.
Mm.
I mean, like, I wouldn't say do a Red, because Red has that.
Yeah.
That's Red's thing, because Red is Red, right? But like remember
If you had like mentions of him, like whispers.
or like what you do with Charon, like you were in Black One where he was in that cave along the Victory Road.
Oh yeah. No, I don't want Brendan or May to be fightable.
Okay.
Because again, that's Red's thing. Because then you've got.
Also, it'd be
Team
weird
May.
if it's not the Pokemon that you had in the game. Like,
I don't know. You
No,
can get
you-
around that with the whole
Manga-
red with the red clause of it being he has the 3 starters, something that can surf, something that can use all the HM.
Or just go from the part he has in the manga.
They didn't
which
do
would-
that with Red though.
And
Also, they seem to want to keep those two really separate.
okay,
Because
fair enough.
like, what's his name? Ruby in the manga is like a pansy,
Okay,
and Sapphire's a total badass.
fair enough. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'd like to have nods. I'd like to fight Norman again. That would be cool.
Oh man, if Norman's like an old dude now,
Oh my!
how fucking cool would that be? He's still got it slacking.
Yeah. Oh man, like Norman was your dad in Ruby and Sapphire, because like that's the first time you ever mention your father in
Possibly
a Pokemon game.
my favorite gym leader.
Yeah.
Norman, just for the idea of battling your dad.
I like his gym as well. You could take the weaker route and just go through quickly, or you can
Not even that. It's,
feel
it's
stronger.
which you think you can do better. It's like, do you choose
Can
the
you do
path
both?
of? Yeah. You can choose the path of speed or the path of defense. And your next opponent will either be really good at defense or really good at speed.
That's cool.
Like they had different rooms for different stats.
Oh, I think I remember it. Yeah, it was like one path, but it did the.
Yeah, it's like a big diamond.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
And the
really
final
cool.
one is Norman.
And then Norman was just...
What was the rival? The Wally or?
No, that was
Diamond and Pearl.
Wallace.
Ruby and
No.
Sapphire were weird with the.
It was Wally, wasn't it?
No,
Because the
Diamond Pearl.
mom says thanks for taking care of him and showing him the Pokemon in the thing.
No,
No,
Where's Wally?
His name was something else.
no. You didn't have an.
Playing it through, I swear it's Wally.
You don't have
Oh no, Barry. I'm thinking of Barry. It is Wally. Yeah.
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 a Wally.
Yeah, it was Wally. The sick kid.
Yeah, just one up the Pokemon guys.
I'm literally going. I cannot remember what Wally.
No, it is
Come
Wally.
on.
because you.
Because he's a sick kid that lives in Norman's town,
Yeah.
and then he
and then
goes
he goes
to
to
live
his
with
aunts.
his relatives in the countryside. And then
Oh my goodness, Wally! I
Because
felt.
he gets a roll.
yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking of Barry.
Yes,
they
I
both
remember
end with
Wally.
Yeah, because
that guy.
it was the first time that they changed up the whole tutorial thing. Because it was always like
You
one of the
teach him.
professors teach you,
Hmm.
and now it's you. Well, then it was you teach Wally how to
Yeah,
catch
and then you get a Gardevoir at the. He gets a Gardevoir at the end of it, and you fight the God. Yes, I remember that now. I remember even being as a kid
Yeah.
and feeling for him.
Neither of them felt like rivals to me, though. Like Wally doesn't appear till almost
The end.
3/4 of your way through the game.
I want,
No,
really, I want a
and-
rival to like hate. Like
Gold.
to really
Gold
be a
and
rival.
silver. will
Gold and
never get
silver.
beaten on that,
Because that was it was Giovanni's kid, right?
you don't find that out until like the DLC, I suppose, when you go back in time with Celebi and Silver is talking to Giovanni, who's like, "I have to go now, son," and he's like, "Why, father?" And he walks away, and then you go back in time.
It was really, really cool though.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you want a rival to hate you, play Gold and Silver, because he did
I
genuinely
love,
hate
the character
you.
development on that is pretty good, to be fair, because like by the end of the game, if you do all the extra stuff, he's like a bro pretty much, and you fight in a double team with him against Claire and Lance.
Nice.
in the,
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Claire and Lance, the two dragon users from both
Should we
generations.
talk about something more current rather than
Yeah,
reminiscing
okay.
about games?
Yeah, okay, fine.
Um,
I can have dreams.
so EA is showing off a lot of gameplay at E3. I hear.
okay.
So like Mirror's Edge 2, Battlefront.
Yes. That's not coming to 2016. Mirror's Edge is not till 2016, I don't
Really?
think. Yeah, I remember hearing something about that.
And they're making it sort of open world MMO-ish, I think.
So they're going for the whole how online is going to be going for this generation. I'd say like the
Yeah,
whole
I
persistent
guess.
online
Yeah.
world thing.
Yeah, that's a very current thing now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Multiplayer.
They're doing that.
Seamless.
They're doing that with
Yeah.
Watch Dogs.
Yeah.
They're doing there's apparently you'll be able to do that, but in co-op with Unity, and it's Assassin's Creed Unity, the one
Oh,
coming out
Oh,
this
okay.
year.
I thought you meant the game engine. I was like,
No. And then they're doing that also with not Drive Club, The Crew.
The Crew. Yeah, I'm very
I
excited
always get
for
those
the
two
Crew.
confused in my brain for whatever reason. The Drive Club is
Club and Crew similar.
the Drive Club is
I'm excited for that though.
is the PS4 exclusive. The Crew is the other one.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited for the Crew.
yeah.
Creed.
DQ.
So back to your point about EA showing off a load of gameplay.
Yeah, I'm excited for Battlefront.
And Mirror's Edge for me.
Yeah, Mirror's Edge, but I mean,
I don't want them to make Battlefront COD with
no.
this.
I want them to make
also
it.
best
They
prepared for
better-
microtransactions.
I
That's
want
probably gonna
them
be a
to
thing.
make it Battlefield, but Star Wars essentially.
I want them to
that'll
keep
be-
command points in there. I want them to keep capture the flag
Oh,
properly.
yeah.
Actually, that's a good point. If it was Battlefield,
because they own that, and it's been made on the Frostbite 4.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's going to look amazing.
Something Titanfall should have been made on.
It is. It is also going to be in. The second one was in first person, but this is going to be like proper first person,
Oh, okay.
where it's not like MMO first person where you just zoom in.
Oh, okay.
So you're going to see your gun and your little meter and stuff. And it's going to be so cool, and you're going to see all the scales of
Bought the
80s and stuff.
PS2 PC version of Battlefront 2.
Played
Yeah.
that. I think it's quite good on PC.
The first person on that is much better.
Oh yeah, because I think first
'cause
person.
it's different than the PS2 version when you change it and you can't see your gun. It's just a reticule
Yeah.
and nothing else.
Yeah.
Well,
And
I
your
don't know.
eyes are sort of in your chest as opposed to on your face.
Yeah.
I think I'm the only one out of this group who hasn't played Battlefront,
Yep.
and from if it is, and for what I can gather about the series, if it is like literally Battlefield but Star Wars, it'll be great because
Yeah,
the
it'll be
scale
so
of the Battlefield maps is immense. Because it like you can run from one side to the other, but it's more effective to get a vehicle because it'll take you a while and you're more likely to get headshotted.
So yeah, I mean that would work very well with Star Wars because you got speeders and ships and stuff. As well as that, about a year ago, maybe there was a video rumor where, because you have space battles and land battles in the original two, not in the first one. In the second one, you have space battles and land battles, but there was this rumor where it was seamless, so you could get a speed, like get an X-wing or something on the ground and fly it up to space.
That's cool.
And start fighting like the Death Destroyers and.
One thing I will say, if
Death Destroyers!
No, what are they called?
Death Destroyer,
Star Destroyers.
if they take the whole destruction of the environment thing from Battlefield and up that immensely,
Imagine that in Coruscant, where you can blow up buildings and stuff.
Yes, but what I'm thinking, if they merge that with the whole seamless from space to land, and if they're in a certain part of the atmosphere and just
the
have
ships
ships
fall
just
down to Earth.
falling down to Earth, and you have to avoid that, and that's a whole thing.
Yeah, collision.
That would be really, really cool.
Might be a bit too large. Death Star blow up a planet map, and they have. Okay, Empire team has to defend Death Star control panel while it charges up for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Rebel team has to start on the planet's surface, get a ship, fly up, get into the Death Star.
Or not even that. You could just be the rebel team trying to weave in and out of the trenches and stuff, while people on the planet are trying. The whole.
I'm trying to support at least.
Yeah, the whole Endor moon thing, where people are trying to lower the shield and people are trying to blow it up.
That would be a really cool thing to do.
But that's not as crazy as it sounds, because you know EVE Online, the space MMO.
Yeah.
They were talking. I don't know if it's out yet, but they were talking about a console version of the game where essentially you play. No, what was it? It was either an RTS version of the game, but it would integrate.
Are you talking about Dust?
No. It's EVE, the space.
No, but I know, but there's a game I think that's really called Dust 514, which is related to that.
Oh, okay. It might be. I don't know. But essentially, you're commanding people in the MMO, but from an RTS perspective.
Okay.
Right.
So it's pretty cool. So like you have two kind of meta games going on at once to integrate with the main plot, what's going on or whatever. So it could be something like that, I guess.
It would be really cool. But going back to the whole Death Star map thing, maybe you could make this going back to the whole emergent world thing, make it a server event that happens every so often, but they reset it after a while. So meaning that you can destroy, say the Empire team wins, destroys a planet. That planet is gone for say like a month or so, but at the end of the month they just reset it, so you can do that event again.
That's an MMO kind of thing, though. This has always been just
matches.
Matches.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just been like a playlist of maps.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't get that wouldn't go well for you.
I'd like just playing the match over and over again if I liked it or not.
Okay.
They better not skimp me on a story as well.
Yeah, I'd like a story.
None of this. We're focusing on the multiplayer bullshit.
Well, not even story, just elements from the film playable, like story arcs in the film playable. I think that'd be cool. like
That
the Death Star 1
Yeah.
and 2. And
Oh fuck! I'd love the Death Star
Dislikes
2. That'd be
when-
so
when-
cool.
Millennium Falcon. Oh, sorry to
In-
keep
in-
cutting you off, but
Instead of like there are hero characters and hero ships
yeah,
as
that's
well.
what I'm saying.
Fuck yes.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Get the you get the fucking. I can't think of what. Like you can fly Admiral Akbar's ship, and you can Millennium Falcon. What else? Jedi ships. Even though they already had those, but what else?
Although just hero characters in space would be cool. Oh, Slave 1.
What I was gonna say is like part of me.
And another thing is
I swear I will kill you.
How about Django's ship?
Flip
other
all the
Slave 1.
flip all the tables.
Pre-slave one
Shh, 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 shh.
with the yellow face on the back.
Anyway, I was saying like my problem with when they take a story element from a movie is that part of me thinks they're constrained to a point that they have to follow that storyline. If it was like, I believe that George Lucas or somebody said about the Star Wars franchise that there is like a gap of time that is unaccounted for in the Star Wars universe.
It's they kind of filled it with the Force Unleashed. It's the time between
They haven't filled
Darth
all of
Vader
it.
being Darth Vader
Yeah.
for the first time and Luke being born and growing up.
Okay, because you could play where those time gaps are. You could place it in there like Force Unleashed did.
Yeah.
I think that would be. I mean, because you could still get around using the Death Star if you place it in that time frame, and you're not necessarily bound to how the movies went. You know,
what would be really cool? Kind of like Brink, how when you win like a campaign, it changes the next campaign kind of thing.
Yeah.
If they do that, like you play through the movie or something, but like, say if you fail blowing up the Death Star, then it'll be in the next mission.
Yeah,
and
they
it'll
did
be like
in
flying around
the
and stuff.
Revenge of the Sith movie game. When you play the last mission, you can plug in a second controller and play as Obi-Wan and Anakin.
Oh,
And if
Anakin
you play as Anakin and kill Obi-Wan, it's an alternate path.
they did it in Force Unleashed as well.
Yeah.
You could, as
Star Killer.
as the really evil Star Killer, like with the helmet and that, you could kill Luke and Han and Chewie.
You can do that in the
you-
second one. Or was it
No, the first one.
You can either
Yeah,
fight Ghost Ben or Ghost Kenobi,
I think
which doesn't make any fucking sense,
No.
but whatever.
quickly going back to Force Unleashed, I noticed that there was a lack of.
Have you played that?
I'm playing through it now. I have it on
Right.
PC. I bought it during the Star Wars
One
sale.
or two?
I've completed the first one. No, well, did I? I completed the first one on DS. I didn't complete it.
Yes.
No,
Not
it
really the
doesn't-
same.
no, it
I know it's not the same,
doesn't. Yeah.
but I completed it on DS. Didn't I got to the Vader fight on on Xbox? I hadn't finished it, but I played 2 because I pretty much knew how it ended. Played 2 now, and I'm noticing a distinct lack of choice, dark side, light side choice in the second one, because it looks more like they had more of a set path.
It's near the end that you start seeing it.
But that's my problem. Like
Yeah.
the whole choices were all the way through the first game.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a couple things I didn't like. They changed about this Force Unleashed games, which I didn't like. But I don't know. I know that's an old game, and that's probably another discussion thing we could do at
Yeah.
another time.
That Force Unleashed 3 is never happening, right?
Considering they've just sort of expelled the whole expanded universe thing now.
Yeah. If now the whole expanded universe, basically that game is now
Yusan
fanfic.
Vong, that really cool enemy that is immune to the Force, didn't happen.
So you remember, so basically anything that they've made, including the Force Unleashed games, it's basically fanfic at this point. It's just really elaborate
Yeah,
fanfic.
It's really cool. I like Starkiller, and I like the whole thing of his family crest is the rebel.
Yeah, I thought
Oh,
that was a
really?
cool origin
Yeah,
for it.
I thought it was
That's
really cool.
interesting.
You know, the whole sort of the 3-pronged
Mm-hmm.
kind of looks like an X-wing kind of thing. Yeah, that
Okay.
was Starkiller's family insignia.
That's pretty interesting.
What's his name? Marek. Galen Marek.
Please don't die on us, Chris. We still need you. I
It'd
mean,
be super awkward if you died on the podcast. I mean, we'd probably get more views, but
Would we?
tragic death on internet podcast.
Tags dead, Chris. Oops.
yeah. I mean,
Should have got that throat infection sorted out.
Throat.
throat infection. I wonder
Friday
what.
Fish.
Oh,
Shut
one
up,
big
son.
piece of news that is kind of a rumor at this point, but still kind of big, is Google are wanting to buy Twitch for $1 million
They've already.
cash money.
It's kind of not a cash money. It's kind of not a rumor anymore because they outbid.
For what I understand at the moment,
LucasArts, Disney.
because from what I understand,
Warner
Twitch have
Brothers.
not commented on it at the moment. Neither have Google. But the reason I emphasize the whole cash thing is that then
outbid someone.
they're not giving them any stock options. They are just straight up buying Twitch.
Yeah, 1 billion.
1 billion with a
Take
B.
our money.
1 billion troops.
$1 billion with straight up cash. So I don't know.
It's not straight up cash. Come on.
Well, there's not giving them any stock options. Is my point.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I watched a Boogie video earlier today.
Mm.
They're going to want me to log in on Google Plus to be able to watch Twitch play.
This is one of the things. This is what he was saying.
I want to use Google Plus instead of Facebook. I don't like Facebook.
One of the things they were saying is that one of the things about Twitch is that it has no copyright things to it. No kind of they have their own lawyers, but they're not bound by the copyright laws and stuff that say YouTube has. And if they were bought by Google, would that inflict that onto them? And Twitch is such a free system that you can stream anything at any time without any restrictions, without getting penalized. And will that change the format as well?
Can you stream Nintendo games? Because I know Nintendo. They don't now, I think, because they're lightening the fuck up a bit. But they go around flagging.
I know they did
games.
I know Sega did that.
That's
for
why.
ages.
That's why the new Smash Brothers isn't having a campaign.
Yeah, I think I know a lot.
Punishing us.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think I know a lot of. I don't know if it's possible for Nintendo games to be streamed. I mean, if you have the right hardware, maybe.
They're allowing it now because they gave Rooster Teeth a copy of
as in-
Mario Kart 8 to.
Are you allowed to stream?
Are they allowing you legally to stream their products? I mean, I think they are. I mean, it must be stupid because it's like. I mean, again, from the Boogie video, he raised the point of streaming being like radio. You listen to a song on the radio, you want to go out and buy it and experience it for yourself. And streaming is like, oh, you watch a video on stream
this is
for
how,
half an hour, and then you'll be like, oh, hey, I might well experience it for myself.
You talked about it a while ago. It's like, this is how he buys games. He doesn't watch canned footage that the people put out. He watches like Let's Plays to see how people like the game and how it works.
Footage that that companies release.
It's all edited, and it's
always like, oh, look how smoothly I'm moving the controller.
In this 5-minute video that we've obviously
Doctored.
edited.
Cut to shit,
and
I mean, like, I remember when I was doing a piece of coursework, and I came across a report by Google who did a whole thing about advertising and video games, and there was a very small percentage of people watch actual companies put their own stuff out about their video games. Most of their viewership for the games comes from YouTubers. Separate people.
I'll watch like developer stuff that comes out purely to hype me up about a game.
Yeah, but
like, I don't believe like when all the Old Republic stuff was
don't believe the hype
coming out. I was like, oh, that looks really good, but the actual game isn't going to be like that.
Yeah. It's a whole thing of don't believe the hype, you know. But yeah, I mean, part of me doesn't want Google to own it because. The whole debacle that's going on YouTube right now with flagging and people getting copyright strikes, that whole thing that happened at the beginning of the year, which was insane, and then having that transfer over to Twitch would create a whole nother realm of headaches.
Also, what do you think would happen? Would it stay its own website, or do you think it would be integrated? Or both, like Hangouts?
Okay, part of me hopes that they just keep it like it is, because when Google originally... keyword being originally bought YouTube, they just left it to do what it want to do, right? But only recently have they added in Hangouts and changed how everything works. So I don't want Twitch to become a part of that. Sure, it might be easier to get your videos from Twitch to YouTube, but that's only a very small part of it. It should remain its own thing.
Yeah, Twitch already have like playback options there.
Yeah, but if you want to get on YouTube, it's a whole rigmarole. And also, another point that was raised, I heard when I was researching this, is that monopoly. Google will have a monopoly on video services. Yeah,
Pretty much, Google will be the internet.
Yeah, and
I
the
think.
lack of competition, and people saying there's gonna be a lack of competition, and that's not necessarily a good thing. Cause
And then they can just ramp up what they want, and people will have to deal with it.
that, and it just grows like it feeds to complacency. It's like, oh, we're the only thing on there. Like people just come to us and it's fine. No, you have a broken system. Fix it. You know.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's fine. We're the only one. We don't need to.
Because when
We're
people
making money. Why the fuck would we change anything?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When they have monopolies, they're like, why would we innovate now?
Yeah.
We have no need to. We don't have any competition anymore to make us get better.
It's a dark future for the internet.
Yes.
Dark future indeed.
Indeed, indeed.
With the whole net neutrality.
That got bunked actually.
Yeah, I read some.
Thankfully, it got debunked, which I'm happy about. You know about net neutrality, right? Basically, the U.S. government were putting through this thing called net neutrality, whereby
Well, it's kind of. There's still some remnants of it, but I'll
okay, you'll go into depth, but I'll just give the brief overview. But whereby ISPs will give you a box, say, do you want the streaming package? Whereby because they throttle speeds on services like YouTube and Netflix, because people are moving towards Netflix rather than staying on TV.
cable. And
Yeah, going back to the whole discussion we have at the end of a couple podcasts ago. So they will charge you more for streaming and bottlenecking that, and people were just in an outrage about it. And Chris, take it.
Take it away.
Take it away!
Give us a big hands up for a Boobalicious. Yeah, so
Porn
Netflix.
music in the background while you do this, Chris.
Well,
Okay, could we please?
so Netflix, not. I think I talked about it on the podcast, but Netflix signed that sort of thing.
You mentioned it, yes.
That I think it was with Comcast. I'm probably wrong, but they. So when you want to watch Netflix, you've got to pay through the teeth for their streaming privileges, essentially. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's a whole net neutrality thing on their side, which is stupid because they said they weren't going to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
And then, like, 3 days later, we're like, yeah, we'll make people pay extortionate things. Because, again, with the whole monopoly thing, they've got a whole monopoly over... 40 minutes. They've got a whole monopoly over Blockbuster. That's why Blockbuster shut down.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone's watching Netflix. But now they have no competition Netflix, well, other than, like, HBO, but that's not all
I wouldn't say
the world.
it wasn't necessarily a monopoly, but Blockbuster was dying out anyway. It's physical media.
It was,
is-
yeah,
is
but
on its
Netflix
way out.
really pushed it over there. You can see why.
I could see, yeah.
Like,
yeah,
the timing of things.
Or you say it's like Blockbuster was found hung in its bathroom or something, and Netflix is just like, good, good.
Yeah.
Now the inheritance will be mine.
Yeah, it sounds like
Stop us now. Do it.
something. Do it. I mean, I think that's pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Attack
kinda-
on Titan. You guys watched it, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched the first episode.
You know, it's all out on Netflix, the whole season already, yeah.
No way.
Like the English dub.
Yeah. Well, but that's what Andrew says anyway. I don't know. I haven't checked it for myself, but yeah, he's watching it on.
Yeah, he says title.
I mean, I like it. I'm liking it so far. I've only watched the first episode. I think my problem is since they're kids, you don't really get a feel for what their actual voices sound like.
Yeah, the second and third episode came out.
Okay, that's when they're
Yeah,
advancing
but
anyway.
I haven't watched them yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall I thought it was good.
Yeah, so far so good. I mean, I think week by week, as we watch more, we will be reporting on it, obviously. I think one thing I want to touch on before we disappear is me and Chris, when me and Chris were out earlier, we were talking about video games and stuff and how they were really, yeah.
Sorry,
Shocking.
Shocking.
I expected you guys to be talking about soccer and foot
Yeah,
tennis
right.
and golf and
Right.
shit.
Yeah, but how games can be released in such a patchworky state.
Yeah, because of the whole new thing that Steam do, where you buy games in alpha and beta.
Early access.
So it's kind of dying down the whole genre of games. Like, they feel that they don't need to do as much now
Yeah.
to bring
I
a full
think-
game out to.
With the alpha access, if I buy a game on alpha, what's it called?
Early access.
Early
access, yeah.
If I buy a game on early access, I have to research the game, look up what the gameplay's like at the moment,
Mm-hmm.
and decide if the price is too much.
Did you do that with that the
Engineers.
Space Engineers. I looked up the shit out of that game.
Yeah, okay.
And I was pretty impressed, which is why I bought it. And you also have to have pretty good confidence in the developer's integrity.
Yeah, whether it's going to go somewhere, because there's been a lot of games now that people have bought them and supported the Kickstarters or Greenlight or whatever it is, and then they just pulled it. Yeah, and they just pulled it, and then people are out of pocket then.
Yeah, I mean, I think my problem is when it comes to AAAs. I mean, early access kind of gets a pass because they're going through an alpha state,
and they say it's early access,
and they say it's early access as well. But my problem is when we have a 40 quid game released and it's broken, straight up broken.
Yeah,
and this is one of my problems.
Brink would, I wouldn't say AAA, maybe.
It was a mid-tier developer.
Say it was like, it's a bad game.
It wasn't broken.
I thought it was.
There are points when it is pretty broken, but it's not like it's game breaking.
Yeah,
like there are bugs that will fucking crash your game, and that's pretty unacceptable.
Like Arkham Origins, that game really annoyed me, and that's why it probably brought it down in my sights, really, because I think I've mentioned this at least on a video I did a while ago, where I got to the final boss fight, and against Chris is still playing it. Do you mind spoilers?
Is it like a big spoiler?
Yeah, kind of.
Fingers in your ears, son.
It's basically a hyper juiced up Bane on TN1.
Are you done?
Yeah. You know what that is, right? Okay, so it's hyped up on that, and you fight in the first time. The audio is out of sync and kind of bad, and Batman.
I'm guessing it's Black Mask actually.
Cannot neither confirm nor deny.
Okay.
But Batman's not even in the cutscene, so I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. The cutscene is still playing, audio's out of sync, fine, deal with it. Load in, I'm falling in an eternal black space.
Oh, good.
Joy. I'm like, okay.
Every time you load in, does it do that?
Yeah, and I was stuck in a part where like the cutscene would just start and then happen, and then I actually managed to get into the room with said boss. Again, a black room with just Batman standing there.
Did you press start and then restart from
Do that?
checkpoint or whatever?
Yeah, I've done that. I did that, and when games are just like I couldn't get to the end of the game because literally that was.
Have you tried it recently?
I've completed it now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I just knocked the mic. But I've completed it now.
Just touch
Gay
your
foot touch.
Me and Matt are playing footsie under the table.
Ew. I've completed it now, and there's not that much of a problem. But it's an issue when games have a bug that just halts your progress. And I couldn't play that game. And so once I completed it, I went through on New Game Plus, and there were still some issues when I fought Killer Croc the first time round, and I'm like, really? Because I thought that boss...
Killer Croc looks weird in that game.
He does.
I must say, he looks like the lizard from The Amazing Spider-Man 1.
Yeah, I fought him fine like the first time round, but then he started
weird,
bugging out.
Rapey smile.
And where game...
Get awful nice in that spandex, bats.
When you have a game that costs that much...
Is that what Killer sounds like?
No.
Remember that?
When you have a game that costs that much and they just break it... How did that get through QA?
Yeah, I know.
Really?
The amount of testing that they do on games, like Penny Arcade did that whole thing about it, like game testers and stuff. Do you remember?
Trenches?
No, well, yeah, that's what spawned after it. But like they did this whole thing where game testers must have the shittiest job in the world. Someone got like Dora the Explorer or some shit, and they had to play it for like 12 hours a day, just like doing the most mediocre things, just saving the game. Seeing if it broke and stuff like that, where it's the end of the game. How does that get past the testing?
It infuriates me.
They did a comic where do you remember that series called The Tester?
Yeah.
Where
when
you
he
get
wins,
to
it's
get an
like,
entry level job, and it's like the guy wins and he's like, what do I win? Well, you get to stay in the same room for 12 hours a day playing the same part of the same game.
Here's your nutritional slop.
Yeah, and we're gonna lock you in there. It took it to the extreme where they're like, we'll feed you nothing but slop, which gives you the bare minimum nutrition. You can piss in this bucket.
But it's like the whole thing where it's like, yeah, confetti falling down, and then he's just locked in the room.
Yeah, when games come out in a state like that, annoys me to no end. I can't remember what game I played recently, and no, it was the same game when I played the Cold Heart DLC.
Oh,
Yeah,
For what?
Batman
Arkham Origins.
stuff.
Oh.
It's a Mr. Freeze DLC, and I walked into a room, and black. It was fine before, and as soon as you open this door, close it, boom. Batman's just standing there. I'm like,
To be honest,
and then
I never experienced that with Arkham City. I didn't
no, I
really
didn't.
like the game, but it would run fine.
I know this is the thing. I don't know if it's because when games go through multiple hands, or they just can't be bothered. But
Honestly,
it's disgusting.
Honestly, I would say it's that Arkham Asylum was a massive hit, and then Arkham City was like, oh, cool, and people sort of said it's not as good. So they just decided to say, oh, fuck it, let's milk this for as much as we can with this last thing, and then they made Arkham Knight.
Yeah, but it's not. That's not. I don't think that's not my problem. It's just the series. It's
No,
games
not
do
even
that
but
in general.
Like, just, I don't know, release the same game. Don't put too much effort into it. Just fucking release it.
When you play them back to back, though, it's okay because it feels just like one big game. It's kind of like Gears of War for me. Like that, the mechanics of that never changed, and the graphics never changed either.
Yeah,
like they got a bit better. Well, they got a bit better, and then they just went complete shit with Judgment.
yeah. To be honest,
But yeah, when you play it, because I played City and Origins back to back,
Yeah.
and it just felt like the same game, and I was fine with
and
that.
again, that's one of my kind of my problems with it. It was just felt too samey. Sometimes it chugged hard. It broke at like multiple points during the story, and I don't see in any light where that is acceptable to charge 40 quid for a game and say, oh yeah guys, it's fine, it's totally fine, it's a complete product, and then patch it multiple times and still have problems remaining from the patch. Yeah.
Speaking of,
There was a time when you could get a refund for a game if it was like, really? Sweet.
Wow. Okay. Like only digital service I know that gives you a refund is Origin, and they're like, Origin, guys.
Yeah, well,
EA.
I think EA do that for a reason, Lawrence.
Yeah, but still, they're beating out Steam of all people. I guess this is another rant. Steam is so good.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to continue talking about Batman.
Okay, you go. We'll talk about this after.
I've already spoken to you about this today, but in Gotham, the upcoming series about Jim Gordon, they said they're going to show the Joker's origin story.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask you, the next thing I was going to ask you, how do you feel about that? But yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I kind of like not knowing
I don't know.
like a mystery about his origin.
It
how he got
depends
his
how they do it,
scars.
because like in what's it called, The Killing Joke.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
basically
wait,
his
is that-
origin story. But what they say is he's got a hyper sanity, which basically
So he makes up his own origins.
every single time he recounts it, it's a different story.
Yeah, like in the film.
Yeah. So like, I mean, usually a vat of chemicals is involved.
Yeah.
Although sometimes it's a what's it called, Heath Ledger, Chelsea Smile thing.
Which I kind of like, because it explains the thing. Because a vat of acid, you can't really, like... unless he fell on a nail as he goes in or something.
Yeah. Although, on occasion, he was once happily married, just trying to make his way in the world, and he was a failing comedian. Became a criminal in the Red Hood gang, and fell into a vat of acid.
Yeah. This is what Lawrence was telling me.
However, I doubt they're going to do that in Gotham.
Yeah,
unless unless, because in Zero Year, the Batman, this is getting into comic talk now, but basically they imply that they never show his face, but they imply that the Joker, or whatever his name was the leader of the Red Hoods, not even like the fake leader, literally the leader that was almost he was blackmailing higher ups in society to make them become Red Hoods, and he was the boss. And while fighting Batman, he fell into the vat of acid.
I mean, they can't. I mean, depends what they mean by origin story. A part of me doesn't want to know who the Joker is.
Yeah.
This is what I mean. It depends how they do it. If they have the Joker sort of like as a starting off thing in Gotham, and they just sort of show it in really trippy flashbacks, then that'd
But
be cool.
the way
But I thought-
that the TV series is going, that it's not even started yet, but because it's young Jim Gordon and Kid Bruce, and it's an origin story about the Joker, that means Batman doesn't exist yet. So it's going to be before Batman, therefore Batman couldn't have made him the Joker.
Yeah.
So it's just
It's going to go in the way of the games.
if they just make it so that
In the way of
he's
the games.
if they,
So Batman didn't know the Joker in the games, like when
Really?
he first started out. 'Cause
yeah, in Origins.
Origins is before all the Arkham series.
Yeah.
So you're solving a crime about Black Mask, and the Joker is a killer of some guy, and he's the He says like, the Joker, who's that? I need to find him. Blah 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 blah. So he doesn't know who the Joker is, and he's like full-fledged Batman. Not even year one. It's like a couple of years after.
But like a part of the there's a dream sequence where you play as the Joker, and it does show that they have had some interaction before, but when he was as the Red Hood. So
that's
if
what I was
they
gonna say.
go
he
to
wouldn't know who the Joker was because, like,
As that persona.
yeah,
if they just have in Gotham the mention of the Red Hood gang or the Red Hood and leave it at that and show you how the Red Hood does stuff throughout Gotham, I'll be okay. But if they show you his actual face and name him, I'll be like, no. The whole mysticism behind the Joker.
unless
Yeah.
they get a really kick-ass actor.
No, not even that.
No.
If they had like another Heath Ledger or something.
The Joker is the
I
Joker.
got one out of the spare storage locker. Yeah.
Yeah, the Joker is not the Joker. Also, he has an alias as XYZ. It's not like Harley Quinn is also Harley Quinzel. It's just the Joker, and for me, he should remain the Joker.
But the way things, these DC TV series are going, they're all sort of linked. So the Flash is linked to Arrow.
Yeah.
So I think Gotham will be linked to those two as well down the line, because it's obviously in the past.
Also, Constantine. which is the same.
Also, Harley Quinn. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Constantine. But Harley Quinn is already in Arrow as Joker's bitch.
Does she refer to the Joker in
No,
No, but she's the voice actor from the
Tara
game.
Strong.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the Flash
Yes,
trailer?
it looks
Did you see the extended trailer?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
With
for-
Arrow in it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's basically that's the pilot episode. That's pretty much all in the pilot episode, and I'm like, yeah.
I like the way it. I just hope the script isn't as bad as Arrow.
I don't know.
Arrow's script is so bad.
I like that they got Zoom in there.
What do I have to do? You have to follow your heart. Oh my fucking god.
I like the fact that they got Doctor.
Don't
Zoom
ask me
in
who.
there.
Don't ask me how I am. Okay. How are you? Go fuck yourself, Arrow.
Fucking damn it.
I like the fact that they got the Reverse Flash in there. I saw this man killing my
Yeah.
mother. I was like, Zoom. It's probably gonna be a lot of Zoom.
Zoom.
Earbud. That's it. No.
Bard Thorn. Professor Zoom.
Okay. I
I
thought it
like
was
the
Thor.
visuals of it as well.
Yeah, and
Unless
then
they go
Weather
New
Wizard.
52 Reverse Flash.
And it
With
doesn't
the
look
bone marrow
ridiculous
thing.
when it's
Oh,
going fast.
That would be really
Yeah.
cool. And then you got Weather Wizard in there as well.
Yeah, that
Apparently-
looked fucking cool as shit. yeah.
Apparently, Killer Frost is in there. Apparently they showed Killer Frost.
Yeah.
I would prefer Captain Cold,
Yeah, because he's actually part of
but
the
make
Rogues
him
Gallery.
just only the meta-human version, not with the ray gun. Make him straight up the meta-human.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to
So
tie
that-
into the films?
Sorry, can I just cut you off for a second, real quick? But it looks like they're doing that already because Weather Wizard doesn't have his Weather
he's
Wand.
already,
He's already
and
just
I heard them mention meta-human.
he's already just dispelling it from his hand. But come on, Chris.
The way these are all tying up, because they're doing Constantine, Gotham, Flash and Arrow. Do you think they're all going to tie into the films?
Do we even know if there's gonna be Justice League movies yet?
Well, considering the Batman versus
Superman.
name film has the three founders of the
The
Justice
Trinity
League
in
and Cyborg.
and
Did
Buzz.
they added Cyborg in
Yeah.
there?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
A couple months ago.
Yeah, I missed that.
I'm pretty sure the TV will add into.
I think they're saturating that film too much for me.
Yeah.
They're really oversaturating.
Oh, Batman, Superman. Cool.
Cool.
And
Batman,
Woman
Superman,
Woman.
and Wonder Woman.
Mm.
Okay. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Cyborg.
And Green Lantern.
Yeah, and Green Lantern.
What?
Yeah.
I'm sure we've mentioned this, that Dwayne Johnson had some tweets linking to
Oh yeah,
Jon
but
Stewart.
was it confirmed?
Not confirmed, but like there's
I
strong
heard
links.
something out about Hal Jordan.
Oh.
But yeah, anyway.
But yeah,
If we've talked about the suit, but have you seen the suit?
for
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah, the new suit.
The Frank Miller looking one.
It's Frank
Yeah.
Miller as fuck, yo.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of that.
Yeah.
I'm liking the look. Like I'm glad that they're doing the Frank Miller look, and I like that the Batmobile doesn't look like the Bat Tank.
Yeah, it looks like Tim Burton Batmobile.
I was thinking
like.
more the animated series.
So Tim Burton Batmobile, yeah. Same thing.
Okay, but yeah, I like it. I like how big he is, like how he
Yeah,
looks
buff. He looks
buff.
Again, he looks like the game Batman, like massive.
Nah, like it's totally different. The
With
Batman from the games
The
is
big bat on his chest as
Yeah,
opposed
it's
to
cool.
just being like
the
small.
Batman from the games is more tall. He's muscular, but he's not Frank Miller muscular. Because if you see Frank Miller Batman, he is pretty dang
We
wide.
watched the movie the other day. He's
Batman
like,
Returns.
he's like as wide as
Dark
this
Knight.
table.
Right,
Dark
yeah.
Knight Returns. He's like
Yeah.
built, and like they've done well to capture that.
He kind
I
of looks
think.
like Batman Returns anyway, like the
the
suit.
Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Returns. Yeah. Which is basically based off that, which I like. I like the fact that they went for the Frank Miller. They didn't
I wonder
try
if he
and
will be old
do.
in the film.
I don't know. I like the
Nah.
fact that if they make him more seasoned rather than just
Yeah.
being
Not like
Starting out
wet behind the
again.
ears.
Yeah.
Batman origin story.
Again.
I'm
I'm sick of
Origin
Superman
stories.
and Batman origin stories now.
I'm glad he's not armored because that literally shows that he has to be fighting for himself. The armor was cool, but I don't know.
Kind of like the new 52 armor, though. I think that's cool.
Yeah, I prefer like the whole
I
material
don't
thing.
mind it on Batman, but when it's on
And
fucking
Flash.
Yeah, but when it's on Superman, it's like what's
Yeah.
the fucking point?
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
vulnerable anyway.
Yeah, you're literally Man of Steel who can repel bullets with your f***ing skin, and you got
Your
armor.
eyeball, you mean?
Hmm?
His eyeball.
Oh yeah, his eyeball can fucking stop bullets, and you're wearing armor.
Does that in the movie? Fucking that fucking horrible movie.
Stupid. I really want to
It's all
talk.
like, "Roar!"
The Flash looks cool. I just want. No, you can't because one I've got.
I'll say to you what I said to Connor. The best bit where his tail does the thing,
Yeah.
and then it goes all the, and then he.
Okay,
So cool.
Yeah,
I c-
it's so.
you
good.
really can't talk about it because I'm editing this and I'm gonna hear spoilers and I don't want to hear spoilers for this film.
Do you want to go see it tonight? What time is it?
Not tonight. Not tonight.
Tomorrow
Sure, why not?
Tomorrow night.
in IMAX. I really want to see it in
In
IMAX. The sound.
IMAX.
Sure.
I finish
why
at 6.
not? Sure, why not? Sure, why not?
So we don't have the girls like when stuff and things happen, they're like, yeah, which is pretty cool to be fair, but still,
Oh.
shut the fuck up.
The girls on your right
Yeah.
were hilarious. Although the woman on my left was.
She kept brushing my leg as she went down to fucking pick a drink up. I'm like, dude, you have like a
And at
meter.
one point, she just straight up asked me if I wanted a hand job. I'm watching a movie here.
I mean, like, yeah, but come on, Godzilla.
just like an hour more, okay? Just wait, And she just walked out of the theater. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was been. If you guys only got like any quick fire topics to do.
Yeah, kind of like with Godzilla. Like, how big do you reckon the budget was? Pretty big or pretty low? It was really low.
Yeah,
It was like 9 million.
I read it in a magazine in Empire. That the guy that made it is the same guy that made this another monster movie that came out ages ago
Pacific
called
Rim.
Monsters.
I'm pretty sure he was the guy who did Pacific Rim.
No, it's the guy that did Monsters.
No way.
Unless he did Pacific Rim as well, in which no. Yeah, it's the guy that did Monsters, and that was an independent film, which
Yeah.
looked fucking amazing for
Yeah.
an independent film. And then
Which
they
proves
gave
you
him,
can do
Yeah.
good films.
And then they gave
You can
him,
see where they had the budget cuts in the
Yeah.
film, though, can't you? The whole cuts and things.
Oh, no, because I heard that. I'm not sure if it was just a lie, but I heard that he said that they just wanted to keep Godzilla off screen as much as possible, so you didn't like get used to the look of him.
Yeah, I guess that as well. But yeah, I don't know. It felt like they cut away a lot.
I don't know. I love the scene, that hella jumping scene, was as good in the film as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, in the trailers,
Yeah.
where the visuals in the trailers were so cool,
Yeah.
and
It
the
looks
whole
like
red
the
lights and
nuclear
stuff.
fucking holocaust when they
Yeah.
come down. Where's the final fight again?
Huh?
Where's
Where
the-
was it?
Yeah, California?
San Francisco. Yeah,
Yeah. So he gets
Yeah, it
fucking
was really cool.
wrecked.
Okay, we
but like talking about budget as well. This is where I was going with
Okay.
this. Did you hear Destiny's budget?
like 5,500 million.
It was yeah,
It's like in the 100 millions, dude. And it's
Yeah.
got a 5 in there somewhere.
yeah. It starts with, holy
$1,000,000
shit!
and $5. Oh, okay.
Like, it's like near the beginning of the sequence, but it's something million. That's why if it costs that much and
I'm gonna
it
find it, hang on.
breaks, I would be like, well. So,
Yeah, 500 million
see, there's a 5 in there somewhere.
for a game. That's more. That's more than any film has ever had.
Let's hope that it's not the Waterworld of video games.
What does that mean?
You know, Waterworld was like a really high budget movie, and then it turned out to be shit.
Is it like a food fight?
It's like no, it's not like Food Fight. It had a high budget. Oh wait, Food Fight did have a high budget, didn't it?
It did have a high budget.
Getting the fucking licensing for all those products.
And then the files got stolen for whatever reason.
Mm.
And then we have food fight.
But yeah, the Waterworld was something starring Kevin Costner that had, for the time, an insanely high budget, and they basically spent it on set pieces in the middle of the ocean because it was set in a world where global warming made the oceans rise and clean water is valuable as fuck and all this shit.
Sounds pretty cool, but I'm guessing it
no.
wasn't. Was the plot cool? At least.
I don't know.
Have you seen it?
No.
Okay.
But yeah,
See it.
I don't know.
I've seen a review of it. It's
If
enough.
Destiny comes, is it coming to PC? Can't remember. If it is,
Not for release. no.
perfect. But yeah, I'll probably get it because apparently it's like Borderlandsy. But
They had a playtest at one of the Games Con thing. I don't
maybe
know,
it'll be at London.
and maybe probably not actually. It's still very early, but people didn't like it.
Really?
Well, no, it's not that they didn't like it. They just thought it was a bit sort of like mediocre.
Oh, an FPS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cool.
but then again, they
do
were in
kinda
an
get that.
instance and they couldn't go out and explore the world.
I do kind of get that because part of me said when it looks kind of like
And there's only 3 classes.
it looks
For
like
an
like
MMO.
it looks like a
Really?
different Halo to me. But
What are these
I'll play it.
classes?
I can't remember off the top of my head. It's like
Can you play as those spider creatures?
No, I think those are enemies.
it's either 3 races or 3 classes. I can't remember.
But yeah, gotta
Yeah,
do a thing.
do a thing and a stuff.
But yeah, Destiny. I'll play that possibly depending.
Yeah, I mean, whether you have to pay for it continually.
yeah, that becomes a problem.
If it's buy once, I'll get it. If it's pay continually,
There
I'm
we
not
go.
gonna.
Yeah,
get it.
for subscription MMOs, I'm kind of done with. But yeah,
It
But-
just, I feel like we've brought this up so many times, but Angry Joe said it, I don't like paying for a game, then next month paying for it again, paying for it again, and again, and again.
yeah,
So I want to stop playing it.
Yeah,
but yeah.
I quite liked his review of Guild Wars 2.
Mm.
That was the only video I like of his, to be honest.
Yeah.
Or the only one I agree with. I don't know.
Shut the fuck out.
We gotta think.
Sit the fuck down.
Hey.
Movie ain't done yet.
But yeah, that has been the Yellowface podcast, and also before we go, we will be at MCM. I don't care if
This
you
video isn't going to get edited by the time we go to
It
MCM.
will. It
Also, what do you think's gonna happen?
I don't know. People maybe at this. I don't know.
Sure.
Who
Okay.
knows? Maybe.
Maybe
I give way to fame.
roll the dice. See what
Need to make
happens.
Yellowface t-shirts before we go then.
Well,
You need to finish up your Simon Breivik cosplay.
I'm not gonna do that by this. By now.
The dude in Durara.
I'm not
gives
gonna
out
do
Yeah,
flies.
yeah. Are you gonna dress up?
It depends if my jacket comes or not.
Okay, I'm not.
I'm not.
Which it has not yet. So
Yeah,
probably not.
I'm not because
Ever.
this is the first big one we're going to, and we don't
So-
know how to.
Because the last 2 Comic Cons we've been to, we have. You can probably like stop recording, but whatever. But the last 2 Comic Cons we've been to, we've fucked up on our timing of going to panels and shit. Because, like,
Yeah.
the first day of the March Birmingham Comic Con, we missed the cosplay masquerade thing.
Did we?
Yeah. The only panel we saw on the first day was I forget her name, Jack's.
That was
voice
on the
actor.
Sunday.
That was on the Sunday.
Yeah, we saw that
we
on the
saw
Sunday.
the cosplay on the Sunday as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so we didn't see any panels on Saturday.
Did we not? I
Mm.
can't remember. But to be fair,
But
they
yeah,
only have
I-
like 1 or 2 panels at
I'm
Birmingham.
not missing the London cosplay.
No,
thing.
that'll be beautiful.
No,
it'll
that'll
be absolutely
immense.
beautiful.
Yeah, they've got so many going on at the same
Also,
time.
They said at March that they choose a national representative from the winner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then they go all over Europe and stuff.
That's nice. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to close this up. Thank you guys for listening. We will be back next week. Same time, same bad time. Same bad channel. Thank you guys for listening. And we will see you next time.